Alright, hello everyone, I'm making yet another video about an issue I have with Dragon Age Inquisition, and my goodness, I never expected I would be making so many videos about stuff I don't really like, but there we have it. Today's matter is finding and collecting herbs, and not just herbs but ores and just other ingredients. Now, the issue has two sides. Like I said, one of it is finding them, and the second one is getting them. Now the first one, the finding. Here's how things are right now. There are a ton of herbs and ores and just stuff all over the place. And they're not very obvious. You would miss a lot of them unless you scan. And here's where the issue comes. There is a scanning mechanic. Basically, you hit V and you send out a circle around you in a certain radius that illuminates these interactable, collectible objects and highlights them so you can see them. Otherwise, they merge very well with the environment. So you highlight them, and that's how you can get them. Now, here's a problem with that. These herbs are all over the place. So what you'll end up doing is constantly spamming V as you run. You would move and just hit V, 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 V to constantly scan the area, because the terrain is rather big. The areas are open and they really encourage exploring, as they were advertising. And not only do you have to spam V, but since it's a circle, you don't have a very distant vision behind you. Oftentimes, when you hear that ping, that signals that you found something in that area, oftentimes this will be behind you. So you would hear the pinging, and then you have to start looking around you and see, oh, what did I find? What did I just find? And then when you find it, then you have to go get it. So how cool it would have been if, instead of this scanning mechanic, you had the same circle around you that illuminates objects, only it was a toggle mechanic. You hit V once, and then you get an aura, essentially, a circle around you that highlights every interactable object. And as you move, objects around you simply light up. And if you don't like it, hit V again and that toggles off. Why didn't they do it like that? I mean, I have no idea really. It is so, when you're in combat, you constantly have to hit R to attack. If you're out of combat, you constantly have to hit V to find herbs. It is just this, it feels like this chore that is completely unnecessary. So part one of that issue is the finding the herbs. This scanning is simply useless. Just replace it with a toggle. Hit V and let that light up all objects around you as you move. This way, you will never end up with objects that are behind you because you suddenly forgot to hit V for like 3 seconds and you passed by an object and now it's behind you. So you know what I mean. When you walk straight, you will see everything that shows up in front of you. Now, the second side of that issue is the collecting itself. I guess that has two parts on its own. The first one is that there is no ability to right-click on the herb and make your character go get it. No, you manually have to take your character right on top of the herb and either click on it or click F or whatever it is, the loot button, the interact button. So when you actually find the herbs, you manually have to go to each and every one of them and click F, 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 and then wait for the loot animation to happen and then to loot the herb. And it's just, my goodness, I don't know. I've played about an hour now in the hinterlands, and I'm tired of spamming V and looting herbs. I feel like I just want to forget about these herbs, simply ignore them. So there's no way to click on the herb and make your character get it. And what would have been even cooler that's not there, you can't send your companion to get it. Star Wars The Old Republic, anyone? It's made by the same company who made this game. In The Old Republic, you can simply click on the object and continue on your way. Your companion will go and scan or gather or whatever and loot and everything, and it will just go into your bag. Here you have 3 companions, yet you cannot send them to do the thing for you. Now, even if that was not automatic, I still would have been okay if I could simply, for a moment, select Cassandra, right-click on the herb, then select my main character and continue. But no, that's not possible. I have to go to each and every herb with my main character and gather, collect. It's too much. So this whole thing would have been so much easier if you simply had the toggle option for the scanning and the ability to right click on stuff to collect it from a distance. And when I say from a distance, I mean you can't even do it from a short distance. You have to be right on top of the herb to collect it. And you know, I really wonder, is it that much of a technical difficulty? Because call me crazy, but I feel like these things are so obvious. And it's a minor annoyance, but when you multiply it by 100, collecting 100 herbs, it really takes away from the overall experience. So yeah, that was it. Thanks for watching. Let's hope that gets fixed, and be good.